This next man that I'm bringing to the stage, he really needs no introduction. You know him, you love him. He's the host for our evening and the person that brought us all together. Ladies and gentlemen, show a lot of fucking love. Give it up one time for Aubrey Marcus.
Woo! I got to do this. Can everybody say, "Hey-oh"? Yes, that's awesome. So if you guys came here and you're thinking like, I'm gonna find some tips to make some money, then that shit just happened with NQ and you're like, oh, there's something else that might be happening here. And that's beautiful because there's many types of wealth. There's the type of wealth that fills your pockets, and then there's the type of wealth that settles in right around here, right around the place where laughter comes from. A place right by your heart. And hopefully we're gonna give you a little bit of both tonight, because we came here, designing your life, we came here to get better. And I gotta tell you something. If you think you can't get better, congratulations, you're right. You can't. You just won't. I'm already made it. I already did it. I'm there. I can't get any better. And then you won't. But really, the truth is that all of us can get better, and all of us do get better. I mean, I'm better right now than I was like 10 minutes ago, than I was yesterday. Like me right now is tomorrow's idiot. I'm always tomorrow's idiot. I'm always on this journey of learning, of growing, of figuring shit out. And figuring shit out, that's not a destination. Out is not a destination, you're just figuring. Always figuring. So let's relax a little bit. Let's take a little pressure off. And that's the first of the 5 ways that I'm gonna talk to you guys about how to get a little better. First one is to give up the idea of yourself. Give up this idea that you're supposed to be this thing, that you should be this thing, that you should have it figured out, that you should have your shit together. I don't have my shit together. I don't know what the shit is and what together is, but I'm pretty sure neither of those circumstances are true. And that's the case for all of us. We just gotta give up that idea. And as my friend Ted Decker says, stop shoulding on yourself. Just stop. Stop shoulding on yourself. Wherever you are right now, like NQ said, it's where you're supposed to be. You're just learning. You're on the path of learning. And if you suck, great. Embrace the suck. Like really embrace the suckage. I suck, that's cool. Tomorrow I'll suck less. Fuck yeah. I mean, what's better than that? Just the real, look, like feel your shoulders drop and you're like, yeah, all right, it's cool. I'll be a little better tomorrow. That's all I gotta do. That's it. That's all I gotta do. Be a little bit better tomorrow. That's it. Just keep learning. And we think that learning is something that's really challenging to do, like you gotta read a bunch of books. Books help. Books are great. Talks are great. But really all you gotta do is pay attention. Because there's ways you can learn in every given moment. You can learn from everybody around you. Every person here could take the mic and teach you something. I promise you that. You just gotta pay attention and open yourself up. Humble yourself to the idea that everybody is the teacher. And when you do that, then you're always a student, and the master is the one who recognizes that he's always a student. The next thing you gotta do is you gotta see it. Whatever that thing is, yourself, whatever that project is that you're creating, you gotta see that. And you know, one of the things that's funny is people ask me like, did you ever see Onnit being this successful? Did you ever imagine that? To me, that's like a fucking trick question. Of course I did. Like if you didn't see it, what is this, like a scratch off lotto? Like is that how this shit happens? No, it's not how this shit happens. You have to see it. You have to see it so clearly into the shadows, peering in, not only the shadows of the thing you're trying to build, but the shadows of yourself. What's gonna happen to me when all the eyes are on me? What's gonna happen inside here? What's gonna happen with the company? You have to see it. And sometimes that thing you see, you'll realize like, oh wow, I didn't really see that. Like I started Onnit and I was making hangover supplements. And it failed, didn't work. Nobody wanted them. They were expensive, like $30 hangover supplements for like a $10 tequila hangover. Doesn't make any fucking sense. I didn't see it right. I didn't see it. But then eventually I was like, oh, but I see something else. I see that there's people who care about their cognitive function. So how about alpha brain? So we pivoted. And I let go of that old thing and realized, all right, well, I didn't see that. I didn't see that so well. And then I got in the public eye. People started really coming after me. And I was like, well, I didn't do anything to you. Why are you coming after me? What's going on? I wasn't used to that. Well, I didn't see that coming. But you adapt, you adjust, you learn. And that's something that everybody has to go through. Go through the process and realize that you're not going to get it all right. And just relax. Let it go. And any of these failures really that you're looking, it's just some way that you didn't see it. You know, like if you see yourself, really see yourself doing it, and you really see that company, you really see that thing, then it's either true or you learn something else, right? Like any failure is just a failure to see. But sometimes in order to see, you got to be it. You got to really be something to see it. And I'm going to give you an example. Yesterday, I was shooting hoops in my driveway. And I've lived in this house for 7 years. And in front of the house, there's this drainage ditch. And this drainage ditch has these little tunnels that go through and these little lips and these little embankments that are made out of stone. And I've gone by that every day for 6 years and just saw a drainage ditch. And I'm out there shooting hoops, trying to get my stroke right so I could beat Gary Vee in a basketball shooting contest today, which didn't work. He beat me. But I was trying. And then I saw this kid with a BMX bike and a helmet and gloves, and he was just ripping off the road into the driveway, jumping off the drainage ditch, peeling out over the embankment, and I was like, oh shit, the front of my house is a fucking terrain park. Like, I didn't see that. It's my house. Why didn't I see that? Because I wasn't a BMX rider. I didn't look at it with those eyes. I didn't see that. So every one of you, like that BMX rider kid, has a unique perspective. You have something that you can see that we can't see, I can't see, that Gary can't see, that Adam can't see. And that's the magic that you have, the ability to see from your unique perspective. And then if you get really good, you can start to see through other people's eyes. Like people talk about, ooh, what's the secret of sight? And thinking like, oh, it's just me looking, staring like with binocular vision, and I can see everything. Like Horus on top of the pyramid, the falcon god, seeing down. Nah, man, it's just seeing through everybody else's eyes. That's how we can really see, and that's how we can really get better. I saw through that kid's eyes, and I saw something totally different from my yard, and that yard will never be the same. Because I know, yeah, it's my drainage ditch. It's also a fucking terrain park. Next one, number 3, is know your why. And when I say know your why, I don't mean know like you think I'm talking about know. I mean know like in the biblical sense. I mean you gotta like get intimate with your why. You gotta make out with it. You gotta cuddle with it. You gotta have sex with your why. You gotta be so close with your why that it's just a part of you, that it's inseparable, that they'd have to take a crowbar to pry you apart from your why. That's what I mean when I say know your why. Because to get anything of real value, it's gonna be work, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be sacrifice. A metaphor I like to use is imagine you're digging a water well, and the water table is at 300 feet. So you're digging and digging and digging, and all you're doing is getting bloody fingernails and pulling up rocks, and it's dry as fuck. Nothing. 50 feet, 100 feet, nothing. Digging, sacrificing, digging, sacrificing. Nights at home, nights alone, nights reading, nights hustling, nights grinding, nights working, nights mastering your craft, nights listening, days, nights, all of these things, digging 50 feet, 100 feet, 200 feet, 250 feet, still dry. No payoff yet, because the water's at 300 feet. And if you don't know your why, and you don't know and you don't believe that there's that water down there, you're not willing to go that deep, you may never find your water. So you may drill a whole bunch of 50-foot holes. You drill a whole bunch of 50-foot holes, you might be thirsty forever. That's just the way it goes. And then if your why is something that involves validation, like you think that you get CEO in front of your name, and then all of a sudden, everything's cool, and you're happy, and it's all good, and you sleep all snugly in bed. Oh yeah, CEO, yeah, I got this. Nah, it's not like that. Because anything that's an external validation puts you in a perpetual chase. It just makes you a greyhound chasing a rabbit, because that thing is always a little bit ahead of you. It has to be. Because when you get it, what are you going to do? All you've trained yourself to do is chase a rabbit. So you got to put that rabbit a little far ahead. Oh, I'm going to make $1 million. Then I'm going to be happy. Okay, shit, I made $1 million. Okay, well, I got to make $2 million. Okay, and you go. And you're always in a place of lack. Always, forever, perpetually chasing in a place of lack, having to put some validation forward. Well, that's probably not the best way to do it either. So, number 4, you got to recognize that you deserve it. And if you don't recognize that you deserve what you're looking for, if you don't recognize that, you won't let yourself have it. If you don't feel like you deserve to be happy, if you don't feel like you deserve your success, if you don't feel like you deserve it, you will sabotage that shit. You'll push it away from you. I've watched so many people with great ideas snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. All they had to do was just like get out of their way a little bit, and they would have had a hugely successful business. But they couldn't do it because somewhere inside them, I reckon they feel like they didn't deserve it. So they wanted to sabotage that. They wanted to keep that thing from them. And then one of the reasons why we think we don't deserve it is because we haven't forgiven ourselves. We have this idea that we were supposed to be perfect, that we're supposed to nail it, that we're supposed to get it right, that we're supposed to live up to all these expectations. Nah, we're just tomorrow's idiot. We're just learning. So forgive yourself. Whatever has happened in your past, let that go. Know that you deserve whatever's coming in your future. You deserve it. And to really know, you got to do the work too. Like, this isn't some magical thing. Like, no, you deserve it because you put in the work. You put in the sweat. You've dug through the gravel and the rocks. Like, you've done it. You've really, really done it. Like, I work with a lot of MMA fighters. And if they go into that octagon and they don't think that they've done the work in their training camp, they're going to get knocked the fuck out. They have to know that they've been there, been through something worse, been through everything they possibly could, and that's what gives them their belief. That's what gives them their self-confidence. That's the secret. They feel like they deserve it because they know they did the work. And then the last thing, you got to know that you did it in truth. You got to know that you did it in truth. Because if you did this through manipulation, if you took advantage of people, well, you're going to carry that guilt. And you're going to want to give back that pound of flesh from yourself because you didn't treat people right. You took more than you gave. The reciprocity scales were out of balance. Play a fair game of chess. Doesn't matter. Whatever external metrics you have, play that fair game of chess. Play it true. That's what fucking matters. Because you don't want to be in your fucking skyscraper, penthouse mansion knowing that you fucked people to get there. You don't want to be that guy. Not where you want to be. So play that game of chess with your heart. Play it seeing through everybody else's eye. Last thing, number 5, love where you are. Wherever you are right now, love that. Because there is nothing but the path. There's nothing but the journey. This journey, this path, it extends from the moment you were born to the moment you die. There's only a path. So guess what? If you don't love the path, you don't love your life. If you're living in the past, thinking about the accomplishments you had sometime in the past, you're not living in the now, you're not living at all. Like, try to eat the cheeseburger from last week. Like, how does that taste? I don't know, you can remember how it tastes, but it's not the same as eating the fucking cheeseburger. My partner Whitney might disagree. She's the only person I've ever known who actually regrets not eating something in the past. She'll be like, oh man, 3 days ago, I wish I would have had that donut. I'm like, what? That was 3 days ago, it would have been gone already. That's like a superpower she has. So if the past is dead, future is dead too. Hasn't even been born yet. Future doesn't even exist. So the future's not there either. So if you spend your time in the future, you're just going to have a poverty of the present. Yeah, you may be rich in future thoughts, but you're going to be poor as shit in the now. And that's no way to live either. And living is what this thing is all about, like really living. Like really, really living. Like tasting the food, like kissing your lover, like feeling it. Because the truth is, you don't know when it's going to get taken away. You don't know. And I know that really well. Because one Saturday afternoon, I was going to drive to a podcast. About 1 o'clock, sunny day. Had a sparkling water in my cup holder. And I woke up in the hospital. Fell asleep. crashed my car. The guardrail came through the car, sliced my face, and almost slit my throat. Woke up in the hospital. I didn't plan that. I didn't expect that to happen. That wasn't part of the plan. But man, is that a good reminder? Is that a good reminder to live your life in such a way that if that guardrail comes, proverbial or literal, that you fucking lived? And that's where the Lakota got the saying, Hokahe. Today is a good day to die. So what do you have to do to be in the position where you can look out on your life and say, today is a good day to die? Well, you got to tell the people you love that you love them. You got to rectify your balance of reciprocity. You got to give more than you've received. You got to push everything out. You got to sing your fucking song loud. Your unique perspective, your unique words, your unique song, your unique hug, your unique sex, whatever the thing is that you're giving, give that thing. So that if it is your time, Hokahe, today is a good day to die. May we all live that way. So, to sum this all up, everybody here, you're all good where you are. And you can do better. Much love, everybody. I'm about to welcome my friend,